And I don't know why my internet just loves to conk out like that or start buffering, spinning, whatever it is doing. The connection is unstable, whatever. My internet loves it. But so I'm just rolling with it. Anyway, this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, watch part 1. But I'm just going to start in on part 2. But somebody, they wasn't listening to Spirit because Spirit had told them to take care of this a long time ago. Spirit had told them, stop with the plan, take care of this a long time ago. Because Spirit said, do this like this so that you can heal this situation and karma won't have to be hitting you like that. But somebody didn't want to listen. They were so busy trying to please the crowd. They were so busy trying to think that, they could make everybody else happy. But this person is finding out they couldn't get anybody else to be happy. They should have appreciated you when they had you. They should have appreciated you when they had you. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. So right now, this person is just receiving karma. Karma for these past deeds, karma for Spirit urging them time and time and time again. Hey, get right, get right. You're not getting right. Look at it like this. You're not trying to really get right with this person. You're getting right with me so that I can bless you. You want me to forgive you, so you got to turn around and get right with everybody else. You got to forgive and be forgiven, and ask to be forgiven. It's a two-way street. It ain't just your way or the highway. See, somebody has so much envy, so much pride in them. They didn't know how to put that shit to the side. They couldn't. They felt like they wasn't ready to work with their dark side. Like I said, somebody felt like they could hold off on making a decision. They felt like somebody else was going to be more important. Somebody else they didn't really want to let go of, but somebody else that was bringing them down. Now they see, yes, that person brought them all the way down. It's very clear. It's very apparent now, because that blossom in abundance, they don't know where that shit is at. They don't know where it's at. They don't know how to get to it. They don't know which way to go. Somebody should have had the strength to walk through the gate. Somebody should have had the strength to answer the call when Spirit was calling. But instead, somebody chose to stay out in the cold, and now their actions are catching up to them. What's the message? Anything else, mister? Okay. Yeah. Somebody didn't think that you was as smart as you were. They did not think that you was as smart as you were. They thought that this person was the person they should listen to, because they felt like that was the one with the money. They felt like they equated somebody with some money with intelligence, which I don't know why they would do that. A thief could appear to have money. That don't mean it's smart. And now someone understands all of that and then some. Talk about being awake. Talk about hating themselves when they woke up in the morning. This is what that is. Their gut instincts told them to go the way of love. But they didn't follow that. Their first chakra, being able to like sense danger and shit like that, that shit was closed. Their shit was closed. That's why they did not follow their own temple path. They didn't know which way to go. That's why this person had to go through the door to value by themselves, because somebody else couldn't appreciate them, and that's why this person had to walk the fuck away. You don't like what I'm serving at the table? You ain't got to eat here. I'm not afraid to eat alone. hmm Now somebody talking about they hungry. What's the message? Oh Lord, here she comes. She wanna go outside. What is it, Sasha? No, 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 no. Mm-mm. She only wants to go out there for 12 seconds, and then she want to come back in. Yeah, somebody was afraid to heal. They was afraid to heal. They was afraid to deal with whatever they needed to deal with. They was afraid to walk away from what was no longer serving them. You know, to be honest, it was almost like love made them nervous. It was like them being able to feel love and express love. Like I said, their heart chakra was closed too. Their chakras was closed. And that was confirmation I just heard on my phone. Hold on, let me go get my phone. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. And I got my phone too while I was up. Yep. So somebody's heart chakra was closed. You know? And you knew it. You knew it. That's why, it's like you was trying not to see this person for who the traits that they were exhibiting, because they sure was showing you that they was envious of you, like they was trying to tear you down, they was trying to discount you, discredit you, disrespect you, all the disses, all of the disses. So it's like you was trying not to see that, but you had no choice except to see it and to accept it and to believe it. And you knew that this person, it was something that was lacking within them, how they felt about themselves. You knew it was not you, it was them, how they felt about themselves. See, this person, they felt like they hadn't learned to accept whoever they were. The in, the out, love the skin you're in. This person had not learned to accept whoever they was, the skin they were in. That way, they'll be happy with whoever they are, and they can accept you for whoever you are. See, somebody was thinking that it was your duty to make them happy, to make sure that they had, to make sure that they didn't need, to make sure that was not your duty. That was their duty. They had to create balance in their own life. That was not on you to create balance in someone else's life. You had to work on your own demons. What was holding you back from making your money? You had to do you. But see, this person still wasn't in a place of maturity, still wasn't in a place of enlightenment, still wasn't in a place of uh, uh, understanding that there is a God, and was just basically so worried about what everybody else thought, what the community was saying, how they looked. You had already been through that. You didn't give a shit. You was at the point where you just appreciated all of you, the light side, the dark side, everything. That's why you wasn't ashamed of nothing that you do. And however you make your money, that's what you was doing, was making your money. You weren't worried about nothing else. You know, all them heartaches, all them heartbreaks, you was able to put that shit to rest. You was able to let that shit go. And that's why people are upset, because they see that you got the victory, even though they tried to bring you these storms. Nothing affected you. It went right, confirmation, it went right back to them. And see, this person is now understanding that, you know what? They were dealing with somebody who was perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. And this is divine timing. That they get to experience that same heartbreak that they wanted you to experience. Like I said, somebody's actions are catching up to them, especially on how they was making their money. See, something wasn't been told all the way. Something wasn't seen all the way. Somebody kind of like left something out. They didn't really say everything. They omitted something. But whoever was doing some checking, they keen senses was telling them something was not right. And that led somebody to want to look at everything very closely. This is why somebody can't sleep tonight, because they know somebody is under investigation. They under investigation. Something that them and this group did. Out of greed. Out of greed. Oh, let's get into it. Spirit. That's why somebody woke me up. It was like 2:07. Of course, I wasn't going to go live at 2:07. But they woke me up at 2:07, and I came live at the first time, y'all know, was 4:40 something, 4:45. You know, then that's the second time that's just really going to get in. We got to do that. If we didn't have a part one, we're not going to have no part two. You know, we got to have a part two. There's going to be a part one. Not by our choice, but by whoever this is hitting home, sending this negative energy, making this shit buffer. I'm damn near sitting right on top of the box, y'all. And the shit still buffered. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Anyway, bottom of the deck. Oh, is it upside down? Somebody is confused. They not confused. They concerned. They are concerned. We talking big, puffy, capital letters, y'all. Somebody is so concerned because they don't know what is going to come out about what they did within this relationship. They don't know. And they know you already knew. You already spoke the truth. You already said what was up. But this person is hoping that you, for whatever reason, after putting two and two together, plus one and one, plus three and three, plus four and four, will forget how to add, and then all of a sudden be trying to put like 5 and 7 together, some shit. That's not how it worked, boo-boo. That ain't how it worked. Somebody understanding now that they made an immature move. They did something permanent on a temporary emotion. They did something permanent on a temporary emotion. What's the message? But they learning now. Ain't got a choice but to learn. Yeah, they learning now. They ain't got a choice but to learn. Hello? Somebody learned. We talking them big puppy letters, capital letters. Somebody learned what heartbreak is. They got a first-hand seat. Especially whenever you was the one who walked away from this relationship because somebody was trying to bring you grief when you was, and you said no more. I'm done. Finito, bonito, bye, motherfucker. Sayonara. See ya. Hey, call J Swag. How are you? Hey, Callie Swag. How are you? Grand Rising. Y'all know I got these glasses on, and they bifocal, so I got to do all this shit. How are you this morning, Callie Swag? Grand Rising. Hey, Sky High, Infinite Me, myself, and I. How are you? Hey, 007 Maniac. How are you? Good, Callie Swag. I'm glad to hear that. Glad that you could join us. Yeah. Look, somebody look. They're like they was working with somebody, right? And you was talking about somebody that was working with, like you saw it. And but somebody thought that they was always going to be able to schmooze you. They was always going to be able to start over with you. If you got mad, then they would just go ahead and do whatever, but they start over with you again. Okay? Because they took it that you was easy, that you didn't require a lot, that you was just, you was just a 304. You was just a HOE. You was a garden tool. You was just, dispensable. This is why this person will do this shit and get themselves caught up and think that it really didn't make a difference. And then you would talk about, hey, I can't believe you did all this shit. And this person would be like, okay, I'm sorry. And then you'd be like trying to give them the credit, of the doubt, and, or whatever it's called, doubt, or benefit of the doubt. That's what it is, not the credit. But the benefit of the doubt, you try and get the benefit of the doubt, thinking, well, maybe they was hanging around the wrong people, and these wrong people that, but you got to the point, you said, fuck that. Let me protect my damn self. This motherfucker's missing a damn mark. Hey, Fool's Gold. Hey, Yvette. How are you? Hey, Grand Rising, Red Violet Crystals. How are you? What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? I'm good. Oh. Yeah, see, somebody thought that they could, find happiness somewhere else. Like, they could just pick up and leave and have that same energy with a whole nother group of people. Then people was like, no, we don't really know you like that, See, somebody they wasn't thinking. They was not thinking. They was listening to somebody else. Somebody else was telling them to do this, to do that. And now they see that was probably not the best thing to do. Because that was like going a step too far. Now somebody want your healing. Now somebody want that unconditional love. But you sitting there thinking about, wait a minute, hold up, player. Let's look back. Now, remember whenever you was doing all this bullshit and you thought that you was getting your wish fulfillment? You didn't give a shit. about how you treated me. Remember whenever you left me stranded, you left me stranded, you left me for unalived, you left me for overburdened, you left me all the bills, all the toxicity, all the negativity, all the responsibility. You left all that to me. Remember all that? Because you decided that you wanted to go hang out with these friends, but now you seeing them same group of friends. They're band together to strike up against you. Them same group of fans to sit there and pin something on you. But you want someone to forgive you, to show you that unconditional love again and again and again and again and again, because you don't know how to learn, because you sure the fuck don't know how to listen. So this time, instead of me sending out my good energy to make sure you are okay, and me accept your negative energy and have to fight that shit off and transmute that shit for you, this time I'm gonna do a little different. This time I'm gonna let you fight your own battles. This time I'm gonna let you figure this shit out. This time I'm gonna let you respect the motherfucking gangster in me, bitch. With a Y, TCH, not an I. We not cussing on this channel, but we saying words that sound awfully alike. See, somebody failed to respect your gangster and think about everything that you was doing for them over the years, how they stood on your shoulders to get where they at. And they was sitting here planning on how they was going to take care of them. They was going to do them. They was going to think about them. They wasn't going to think about you because they were so busy thinking about them and what they was going to do for them. And the whole time, while you was the one that was possibly working and shit, and they taking you for granted, they was leaving you out. Well, Spirit said, well, guess what? We about to switch some shit up. Everything that you thought you had, I'm about to knock all that shit down, including your Skrilla. This the one who was doing the work. This the one who was telling you the truth. This the one who was following the plan. This the one who was doing the damn thing that I asked somebody to damn do. You sitting here plotting your escape. Plotting your escape. The fuck? Like somebody couldn't see what the fuck you was doing. You sitting here, taking from somebody else, holding it, keeping it to yourself, and holding something back. Trying to hold something back from somebody else. Spirit said, didn't you want to act like you want to tell these little quote unquote white lies? Oh no. Listen here, ninja. A lie is still a motherfucking lie, whether it's white, brown, blue, because you got blue lies right now. That's why your ass is all sad, because you got blue lies. That led to that blue heart. You feeling blue. Cutting somebody out in your own fucking family, or cutting somebody out for some fucking money. That's why your ass is cut out. That's why your ass can't sleep at night. That's why your ass is up early this motherfucking morning. You thought it was a game, didn't you? Didn't you? Huh? How you like me now? Mm-hmm. He thought they could go get them a new family anywhere else. No, fool, you only get one family. There's a whole bunch of groups of people that you might know, but you only get one family. It's like you only get one true love. They thought they could find them another true love. They was doing the Jody Watley. I'm looking for a new love, baby. Yeah, you know, you're not Jody Watley. Sit your ass down. And even with that, did she really get her wish fulfillment looking for that new love? Probably not. Because it was like, okay, well, she was sitting here thinking that she was getting this, she may have got this person who got nowadays, this person got this good wavy hair. But they feet stink. So she's thinking about, well, at least back in the day when I was with so-and-so, at least their feet didn't stink. So did you really get it? Get it? I mean, what was you doing? Somebody seeing now, they could have probably been better off just being by themselves, making their own decisions, doing them. But instead, somebody want to do, what they want to do, get themselves a generational curse instead. That's all they want to do. Trying to hook you up, they hook themselves up. Trying to help you, they help them. Hey, Natural and Urban, how are you? Yeah, now trying to hook somebody up, yeah. And everybody see how everything is different for them. Everybody see how everything that flip, switch, and change. Everybody see that. It's like there was this strong case that was built up against them. A strong case that was built up against them. And it was them same group of people, them same friends that built the case up against them. Mm-hmm. Now this person that they thought they were so close to, now this person running for cover. They don't want to be bothered. They're like, shit, every man for themselves. Shit. I cannot have them knowing that we was together. I got to protect myself. I suggest you throw away the weapon and try and protect yourself. Somebody like, damn, wait, how do I get out of this? How do I heal from this? So what went wrong? What went wrong? Somebody thinking about how they treated that love. How they took that shit for granted. That's why, like I said, somebody, they cannot sleep at night. And they did not know that their finances was about to be so fucked up. They feel like this person is damn near homeless. I really do. I feel like somebody is homeless. I feel like spirit is showing somebody a lesson about what's truly valuable. This is a lesson that this person is not going to forget about what is truly valuable, and see how this person could not see the value in you. Whew. So you mean to tell me I was woken up at 2 something in the morning. Of course, I didn't start recording until 4:45 because, I had to get some coffee. Let Sasha in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. I checked my phone, turned on some TV, I was like, well, if I'm going to go ahead and record, ain't no need in giving nobody no PTSD. Let me go ahead and put on a brassiere so they don't be trying to figure out why I got 2 tennis balls laying on my stomach. And I said, let me go ahead and mix these cards up to this little pre-show. Now I understand why I'm up. Because somebody, they got this silver platter and they keep passing this shit around. They keep passing this shit around. Finally, this person understand what is on that motherfucking silver platter. They ass. They are being handed their own ass on a motherfucking silver platter. And they just now figured this shit out at 2 something in the morning. Or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever time zone they in. Whatever time zone. Yeah. Something just dawned on their ass. Well, in their mind, I mean. You know, when they say on their ass, that's figuratively speaking, but something just dawned on them. Just like the light bulb went off or came on, however it's supposed to be said. hmm hmm That this person, confirmation, this person, instead of them planning their little journey alone, this person, you know what? They said what they should have did was respected your motherfucking gangster. Hey, and saw the value in you. This person needed to change how they saw you. That's what spirit is teaching this person, that you wasn't no regular Rudy Poo. You wasn't even the Rudy Poo at all. That you was somebody special, that one of God's special people that was here to tell the truth, to hold you nothing but the truth. You was the judgment card walking. You're gonna give it to them straight, whether they can handle it or not. Of course, if they cannot handle it and they break down, not to say that there's like a small little bit of satisfaction, but it is what a motherfucking is. You ain't here to help nobody's feelings. You here to give it to them straight. Now somebody trying to figure out, trying to think, what can they do to build shit back up? What can they do to help themselves, or what can they do, and how do they not see this, and maybe they trying to look at other, maybe this person is trying to consider other options of how to heal themselves. Drinking ain't gonna do it. Spirit said maybe you need to get some counseling. But I know one thing, it's tearing them up inside, thinking of how they treated you. It's tearing them up inside. Especially how they just disrespected you, acting like you just want shit.